Good morning everyone, it's 10 to 11. Haven't vlogged yet, it's been taking it easy, just got myself sorted and ready. So I can chat with mum soon. She's in her room having a nice lazy day. She was working on those tumblers last night for quite a while. So she's taken this morning nice and slow because she said it's her last morning off but this was for this week. The reason she had the weekend off, as managers, they get one weekend off a month, and they planned this weekend because she was supposed to have that procedure done on Friday. So this way it gave her a couple of days where if she wasn't feeling up to it, she didn't have to be in at work. But now she's got to reschedule. She's got to call them on Tuesday because tomorrow's a holiday. I'm in a tank top again. The humidity level has gone, the temperatures are low. It's only 70 degrees, but humidity, I'm so annoyed I don't even want to say the words. The humidity is like in the mid 70s again, so it's quite warm. Maybe I don't know. Like I said, it's 10 to 11. I'm going to chat with mum. I've got to get on with my Avon today. I want to watch some of the things that I missed this week. This week was a kind of an up and down week, especially with the thing going on and Ida and all this. Two cute things that happened. I think I mentioned it yesterday. Our varsity football team were going around yesterday. Anybody that needed help bringing stuff out from the house to put it on the curb, if anybody needed help doing that, they were available to help, which I think is such a good community thing. Kind of tugs at the heartstrings, that does. And driving around yesterday, it was amazing just to see all the stuff. I mean, obviously when I had the camera on the dashboard, you didn't see a lot of it, but like all around down by the school, it's amazing how many people have couches, carpets, wood furniture out on. They were doing a special pickup yesterday for anybody that was impacted by it. There was just a lot of stuff, especially over on Glen Avenue. It was like every house. It was just like that whole street was like demolished with rain and watered basements. I mean, I'm not just talking a dribble, I'm talking feet and feet and feet of water. And then Ash and I get a warning across the weather last night saying Hurricane Larry's on his way, heading right for the northeast. We're the northeast. You better take a turn, Larry, you better take a turn. Let's see if he has taken a turn, because right now he was out to sea, but heading his path, you could see all the little whirly things were heading right for the northeast coast. Yes, Alexa, where is Hurricane Larry right now?
Hurricane Larry is currently developing. Here's the latest weather alert from the National Hurricane Center. Larry expected to cause dangerous surf and rip currents along the western Atlantic shores later this week. As of 9 minutes ago, Hurricane Larry is a Category 3 storm, with a wind speed of 125 miles per hour.
Okay, so maybe he's taking a little turn, but yeah, he was heading right for the northeast. I'm like whenever they say nor'easter, that's when I run and hide, because it hits you right on. And a lot of you that have been with me for a long time know that when I was pregnant with Ashley, I worked at the beach club and we had a nor'easter, and Mum and I were just talking about it the other day. And there was some of the chefs, some of the office crew, we were all in what we called the green room at the time, in front of all these big glass plate windows looking out towards the beach and looking at the water. The Long Island Sound was looking really angry. I'm not joking. We all decided to get going on what we did. We're all going to touch base later because we had a party that night. I was the assistant catering manager at that time, so it was me and Jane, my bestie. She was the catering manager, and then we had the chef, sous chef, the manager. We're all just stood in there looking out. And maintenance, the head of maintenance, our primo, who's no longer with us. No sooner had we gone in the office, 2 minutes later we heard this almighty crash. The water had come up over the sand, over the wall, through right where we were stood, smashed the windows right in and out, and just kept coming and coming and coming. So we were frantically trying to get everything off the floor in the office, all the computers and stuff like that, because back in the day you put stuff on the floor. Anything we could get off the floor. The Christmas tree was up. It was December. I was pregnant. Jane was pregnant. Jane was very pregnant. Jane was 8 months. I was 7. Yeah, 7. Because I had Ash in the March. So yeah, so after that, we ended up walking through the parking lot, water up to our, I say waist, but I think it was more thigh. Still or not, I'm sitting there thinking, what's in this water? What's in this water? And we're walking to the back of the parking lot where there's an apartment where our assistant manager lived. And we all went up into her apartment, called the police. Police like, are you fine right now? We're like, yeah, we're good. And they said, but we have 2 pregnant women here. And they said, you know, how are they? They're fine. And they're like, okay, well, you guys just stay put. So I remember calling Pete, because Pete was working in the city, and he's like, you'll be fine, just stay there. I'm like, you have no idea what's going on down here. But I'm like, okay, I'll be fine. I was nervous, right? Plus, Janie was due in a month. So we ended up being up there until the following morning, because we couldn't get out. No one could get into us because my nursing way, the whole road was underwater. And our chef, her husband, was he her husband then or her fiance? Anyway, he had a landscaping business, so he came down in his big truck at one point, couldn't get through. But then I think when the water receded a bit, he was able to get so far, so we were able to walk to where he was and get in. Jane and I got to ride in the front because we were pregnant. Everybody else was in the back at the pickup. But it was awful, awful. It was so frightening because, I don't know if I've ever said this, but the one way I don't want to go is by drowning. And I think, well, no one's going to pick that suit, but you don't understand. When I was 7, I may have told this story, good friends of ours borrowed our caravan. We lived in Germany to go away for a week or 2 in Spain, and she was my godmother, I think. I think it was that family. My mind's going now, I'm an old lady. Yeah, it was. Their 3-year-old son, when everybody was taking a siesta, decided it was a good time for him to go and try and go in the water without anyone, and he ended up drowning. So I was 7 at the time, so it's something that stayed with me this whole time, and I'm like, that's not the way I want to go. If ever I'm watching a movie or something and people are underwater, I hold my breath till they're out. Can't do it. It just makes my heart stop. But anyway, so yeah, so that was very traumatic for all of us at the time. And I tell you, I have pictures somewhere that, because Pete went down the next day. Isn't it always the way that the next day is always like brilliant, sunshiny, blue skies, gorgeous day. It was cold because it was December, but it was the beginning of December. Pete went down and did pictures for them for the insurance. It was bad. It was bad. I don't think we got back into the club. There was no summer that year for the members. I don't know if it was the fall. I believe maybe it was 6 months, but we were working out of Sue's apartment at the time. The office crew, we were all in there. There was about 5 of us. Poor thing had to deal with us for day in, day out, but we never missed a day's work, and we carried on. And Janie didn't go into premature labor. Thankfully, I didn't go into labor. Jane had her boy on January 14th, and I had Ash on the 22nd of March. So, but yeah, we had nothing to eat. And then they were trying, at one point, the chefs were trying to go back down to the kitchens to try and at least get food for us. We had to reschedule all the parties. We had weddings in December that we had to reschedule. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. We were one of the worst hit clubs. And now the club looks beautiful again. So that was a long time ago. But anyway, that's my story with hurricanes and stuff. So I'm going to love and leave you for this morning, because I probably won't come back on again. Mum will be calling soon. I'm going to drink my coffee. And I'll definitely touch base with you guys a bit later on. All right, so I'm watching the England game. Can you grab one for me from the... Ash is making me go out in this nasty rain. We don't need any more rain. Put the plant there to get some rainwater. It keeps getting burnt. Look, our tree's changing colour. Okay guys, we're on our way to pick up some cups. Put them in that bag. But look at this lovely weather. We don't need any more rain, do we? Yeah. Dad was saying that helicopter that was going around yesterday was looking for the other person from that car. Sad. Yeah, this is lovely weather today. We don't need more rain. They didn't say we were getting rain. So I can't even say they lied. They just didn't mention it. Crazy. All right, we've been back about 40 minutes. I came back up here because I'm still watching vlogs. I've watched some new vloggers today. Not new as in new, but new to me. So I always say this, every now and again I say this anyway. If you take a look down the comments and see the people that comment, sometimes you find some really good vloggers or videoers. What's the word? People you may want to subscribe to. If this is how I do it anyway. If I go to somebody's vlog and I really enjoy the vlog, I always take a scope down the comments to see other people and see if there's any other vloggers or stuff like that. Because those are the videos that I'm drawn to, the channels that I'm drawn to are more of the day in the lives or the week in the life or this is what I've been up to kind of thing. I really enjoy those. So I found quite a few nice ones today. They're all nice. Everybody's nice. So I've just been working my way around. I keep saying I've got to go to this one and this one because I've got to catch up with me oldies but goodies as well. But I'll be doing obviously some more later. But I think I'm going to end this vlog here. Ashley's downstairs doing homework. She doesn't have much more to go and then she graduates this college. So that's cool. She's happy about that. She's done really well considering she's done it all online, worked as well and gotten through everything. So brilliant. So where we went, as I said, we went over to Starbucks. She wanted to get 10 more of those cups so she could decorate them and sell them. So yeah, once she's got a few up on her Instagram, I'll share it with you. And she has an Etsy store, but I think what she's doing is she's opening a brand new one. If it's going to be the same name as her Instagram, it's going to be Blinged AF. So she's going to make me a wolf cup. When she went to return the cup to Michael's today, she picked up some goldish vinyl. So she's wants me to decide how I want my cup. She's going to do a wolf's cup for me. Did anyone see the match today? My goodness, did England play well. I ended up watching it because I was sat up here. I was doing stuff on this computer. So on this screen, I went into the transponder TV and I was able to watch it live. So it was brilliant. Yeah, and it was nice to see one of our wolves on there. I say wolves because they're part of the wolf pack. So Connor Cody, yes. I did take a snippet, but I realized that they're probably going to tell me that I can't do that. So I just did take a picture, so you'll see Connor Cody all the way off to the left. Brilliant. 4-0. Right, I've waffled. I don't know how big this vlog is because I know I was quite chatty this morning. I don't even know what I said, to be honest. Ash and I will figure out what we're having for dinner later. Like I said, it's only 4:20 right now. I was bad. I just ate that dairy milk bar that I bought yesterday. I was only going to have 2 squares. I know it was a small one, but I ate it all. So it was good. But now I feel a bit too much because it's humid. So I've changed 3 times. The clothes I wore to Ashley's. The clothes I just wore to do that quick errand in right now are all soaking wet because the heavens opened up as soon as we got out of the car. Helicopters are going around looking for that missing person from the floods with Hurricane Ida, and I get sick every time I hear them go across. Pete told me that his friend's son, who was in the police force, found the first person, but they still can't find his partner. They reckon she's going to end up the way that it was going, over by these apartment buildings. So yeah, the helicopter's done a few rounds this morning. He was out quite a bit yesterday. the news copters. So it's awful, isn't it? I just, ugh, so awful. Anyway, hopefully it'll start raining soon, because I'm sure everybody that got flooded out on Thursday don't want to see any more rain for a while. Anyway, guys, I will love and leave you for this evening. Yes, got all my Avon stuff behind me. I've got to tidy that up and just put some of the cute stuff behind, like the candles. I want to light this candle. Maybe I'll light the candle and put it behind me, so it will be pretty. But yeah, it doesn't look pretty right now. Everything's just on top. So anyway, I hope you've all had a brilliant Sunday, whatever it is you did today. I hope it was a good one. And we'll definitely see you tomorrow. If it's a holiday Monday for you, enjoy and stay safe.